Material Components, Season 3, Episode 2. Greetings and welcome to Material Components, the actual play RPG show all about a broken multiverse and the heroes putting it back together. Brought to you by the Punch Up Entertainment Network. I am your humble dungeon master, Mike Gargoni, and joining me, as always, are my stalwart adventurers. Hey,
What's
adventurers.
up?
Thanks for being
Hello.
Heck yeah.
Hey.
Oh, jumping the gun a little bit.
Sorry, I got excited. We're so back.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, we're so back. Hey, everybody. I am Olivia, and I am playing Tirza, Paladin of the Tempest Awoken.
I am Elliot, and I am playing Cherish Ironstrike, Head of Special Projects.
I am Michael, and I am playing, almost said Oswald, it's not him, City and Emberlight, the half-elf hero of legend.
I'm Reed, and I'll be playing Grawl of Untold Legions.
And I am Cole, and I will be playing Ven, the Memory of the Gate.
Indeed. Of course, before we begin today's session, I have to remind you all what happened last time, which was a bunch of goofs and nothing else.
Pretty much.
No plot. None. Don't need that here.
Zero. You hid behind a pillar, somebody fell down some stairs. There was a weird bit where everyone was trying to rescue Cherish from nothing.
From nothing.
From
the literal
jaws
devil.
of hell, okay?
Yeah.
Nothing, like I said.
Yeah. I'm literally fine.
Cool.
I took a walk.
And then he got on a boat.
And we got on a boat.
But, to expand slightly, it had been some time since you threadless heroes had adventured together, cast wide and far as you were in the aftermath of the events of the Tempest Rest Valley. But thanks to the logistical wherewithal of Asmodeus, the devil himself, you have been gathered again by the special projects lead, who is, of course, Cherish Ironstrike. You've been given a dire mission of great importance by said devil to go out into the Roil, that strange conglomerate landscape left over after that great disaster called the Collapse, in which magic went mad, mashing different planes together and destroying some of the outer planes outright. It seems in that great chaos, you have spawned a new iteration of the Deck of Many Things, and for some reason, Asmodeus believes it is important that it be put back together. And as you came together yet again on this ship provided again by the Bator Mechanus Concordant, and by extension Asmodeus, you discovered that many of you had already found bits of the Deck of Many Things, cards unseen when you carried the deck with you in the Tempest Rest Valley. Now, as you boarded the ship, you were introduced to crew members hired by the Bator Mechanus Concordant. You have your ship's captain, one Captain Davidus Jones, the skeletal helmsman. You have the deckhands B and E, one of whom is like a patchwork automaton boy, and the other is a scarred young woman. You have Judah Sunpalm, an old friend who seems to have gone through some crap over the last 5 years, but is nonetheless very joyous to see you all. He is acting as our bosun upon this journey. We have Otto, the Auto Gnome, who, as far as y'all can tell, is just a garden gnome that does not move. We, of course, have Anaxatia, the eel-headed Arcanoloth, who is serving as the comms officer aboard this ship. We have Winky, the dire blink dog, who is joining us on loan from the Agents of Heroes. We have the Grawl known as Gralza, who is a paladin of Maglubiet, who has joined us from the legions of Gralls, as they were. And then, we have the God of Sun and New Dawns, Paylor himself, serving as the ship's quartermaster. Before you left, though, you were joined by two individuals who you were not expecting. First of which being Ven, a character who popped up in a strange series of visions that you all experienced slightly before all of this began over the course of your adventures in the Roil. This individual who seems to have memories of many of the different iterations of the Tempest Rest Valley, after you had, of course, discovered that the old mage, that ancient arcane creature that had shepherded mortals through this age of storm and chaos, had in fact been doing so over and over and over again in an attempt to, quote, get things right. And accompanying Ven, a mysterious young woman by the name of Maha, blind and carrying a divination set of her own with her. She seemed to have some inkling at a time and place where she needed to be, and that facilitated following Ven to his destination among you all. Now, as you set sail, sans sail, I should say, because of course the Roil craft you travel on has no traditional sails. It is a large vessel lined with mithril along the hull, charged with magics that repel it away from the elemental stuff of the Roil, this consistency called quatra, which can be of any real element. As you begin to pull away from the city of Brass, you find yourselves cast out into this vast, wide, strange world with a mission set before you and only a few destinations kind of set in your way. You've been given a couple of places where you believe, or at least Asmodeus believed, that a card of the Deck of Many Things could be found. You wisely decided to pick the closest one, though even that is a good ways away from your current location. You head now toward a strange place called Pharaoh Import and Export Copyright. It is a wholesale ziggurat in the middle of the worm wastes, that quadrant of, or octant, I should say, of elemental earth, which spans the Roil west of your current location. Now, I'm going to use terms like north, south, east, and west for simplification's purposes, because as we know, the Roil is a slowly spinning locality, everything moving around the great chaos, that maelstrom in the center where everything sort of terminates and destroys. And all of the continents we see on this map presented before us, and for those of you watching on YouTube, you can see the map along with us of the Roil, that everything sort of terminates in the center and is slowly being destroyed and torn apart as it is getting sucked in. But that is a slow, grinding process that has taken the course of millennia to accomplish even what it has thus far. But of course, millennia is a strange term to use in a place where time itself has begun to get distorted and broken down, with only the BMC imposing linear time in certain locations. As you set about this journey, there is a 19-turn traverse ahead of you. 19 turns of the device on the bridge of this ship that uses to track time and instills time. Maybe you're not entirely sure. This is a BMC gifted craft after all. But right now, the ship you possess is pretty barren in terms of just what's going on deck. There looks to be places for gun embankments and weaponry and devices and add-ons, but right now the ship is pretty bare bones. You've got the bridge beneath the helm that is like on the forecastle of the ship, and that is where you have charts and maps and scrolls of information about different locations. It's a little tiny library of just like basic Royal craft knowledge and navigational components. You have magical sextants and things that would help you guide yourselves and navigate. There are waypoints across the Royal that help with this as well, and most positions of navigation are provided by the BMC. They make these like big fixed magical beacons that Royal craft can navigate by within the Royal. But as you push out and away from the City of Brass, we're going to be entering into something that we're going to be doing a lot, probably going forward in this particular campaign. And so I've built up some mechanics to help us maybe engage with this bits of travel that we have in these vast distances of the Royal. You're going to be spending a lot of time on this Royal craft. You're going to be spending a lot of time with the crew, the ones you have, the ones you might recruit, and the ones, well, maybe not the ones you kick off the ship eventually. We don't know. But beforehand, y'all have been given a series of downtime activities which you can engage in. For each square we see on the map here, you are given a downtime action and a list of activities you can use those actions to participate in. Some of these activities require multiple actions and allow them like multiple days to participate in. And some of these have to deal with the new Bastion rules that were introduced in the new DMG. So if you're familiar with those rules, you might be more aware of some of what's happening with these characters. But this includes talking to your fellow party members, your crewmates, training, honing your skills. They might include researching. They might include getting into friendly wagers with your allies or crewmates. This might include crafting of items, both magical and otherwise. As we proceed across these journeys, though, there is inherent danger in moving through the Royal. For every 5 turns that you move across the Royal, I'm going to ask somebody to roll percentile. And those percentile rolls will determine whether or not we have random encounters, not so random encounters, things hunting you getting closer, clocks ticking by. There will be things spinning in the background that might progress depending on those rolls every 5 turns. Of course, I'm wholesale stealing that shtick from Blades in the Dark.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. John Harper.
So, as we begin to move away from the City of Brass, you move out through the charred harbor here. And you feel and hear this like thunk, 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 thunk against the hull as your Royal craft moves out. And I think Cherish might be the only one aware of this. Everyone else would sort of like look down over the edge of the Royal craft and see that there are just hundreds and hundreds, thousands of these iron bottles floating in the fiery seas in the harbor of the City of Brass. A countless number of iron flasks bob in the fiery seas just outside the city. I don't know if any of the rest of you would be familiar with what this is.
So can I take a guess? Because I know Cherish would know, but can I, Elliot, take a guess? Is
sure.
that where you get put if you do a bad thing?
100%.
Yeah,
City of Brass does not have a prison. It has a harbor full of people trapped in iron flasks.
Yeah, this is a great place to live.
All of them single-handedly created by the Grand Sultan of the City of Brass.
So all crime is just punished the same way, and it's getting put in a bottle. That's rough.
They also have literal thought police.
So glad.
And subliminal messaging in your dreams.
Yeah,
So glad
that
I
too.
never came
We're
here.
not rescuing you from... Okay, no.
Yeah, it was.
Seems fine.
Cherish is fine.
I cast thought shield on myself every 8 hours.
Cool.
It's fine.
That solves
It's not a trauma
one
response.
problem.
Normal and good.
So, you set sail from the City of Brass. This is a very bright ocean you find yourselves on. The light cast up from the fiery seas here is intense. It is reflected somewhat by the hull of your Roil craft, but if you're standing near the edge of the ship, it is like you need to be wearing sunglasses.
Can I prestidigitate sunglasses in front of my eyes?
No. You could prestidigitate normal glasses into sunglasses as you, like, dirty up the lenses or something. Make them more opaque.
Less fun.
I thought you could use prestidigitation to create an item. It just only lasts for one turn.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
So you just
like some
constantly-
some simple object.
Oh, so you're just gonna trigger an epileptic fit by
Pretty much.
constantly casting
Yep.
and
Yep.
That's our intelligence officer right there.
Yep, that's me.
All right, so you have your heading given to Captain Jones as the rest of the ship is sort of like put underway. We enter our first little chunk of this journey. I'd like to go around the horn here, as it were. Let's start with our head of special operations, Cherish. What are you doing at the start of this journey?
At the start of this journey, Cherish.
I'll say let's cover our first 5 turns here.
So, I think Cherish's first 5 are going to be socializing with Captain Jones.
Okay.
And kind of going into a Roil craft turn.
Okay, you want to train yourself a little bit on the Roil craft stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is absolutely an option. Let me bring up my many spreadsheets.
Give me those spreadsheets.
How many turns do you want to spend socializing? How many turns do you want to spend training?
Let's sandwich them together a little bit. So we'll do like a socializing with the captain and then a Roil craft and then socializing and then maybe another Roil craft.
Okay. So that's 4. What's your 5th?
5th is... I'm gonna say
Do another...
I have like a training one that I like. I want to train. So Cherish like brought most of her quote unquote earthly possessions with her, and I think that included like taking out of storage whatever that looked like if it was just a random closet in her apartment, like all of her valley stuff. So she has, her quarterstaff and all of the accoutrement that Kalkin got and / made for her.
Okay.
So
I guess, quick question there. Would Cherish have taken the, captain's quarters?
I'm not the captain. Does Captain Jones need to... I guess maybe that's might be part of this socializing is like...
Okay.
Hey, can I take your room?
Can I, like, do you need, like, I don't want to overstep or anything. I know that I'm your boss, technically, but, like, I'm a cool boss.
Oh, Jesus.
We're all family here, etc., etc. Yeah. Oh, there will be a mandatory mixer later.
Of course.
I will not be going to that.
It's mandatory. That's part of what mandatory means.
I'm not an employee of this company, so.
You're a contractor.
Yeah, contractors are not bound by employee rules. That's the point of being a contractor. Anyway, it's not important. It's not important. This is a good dynamic we're creating.
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Real quick.
Let's see. Do I have my character sheet up? I do. That is 23.
23. Okay. Captain Jones would reply, I bain't be needing any sleep. My eyes are fixed on the horizon, and my muscles do not ache, seeing as I have none. So he's like very stoically like at the helm of this ship, like the captain like shackled to the wheel of this thing. He's not literally shackled.
Right, but like spiritually.
But in a Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones kind of way.
Yeah.
With that insight roll, you definitely can tell that, like, he's trying to say the words that he would say to a devil.
Yeah.
Like, there's an air about him that is just like, I've been doing this for so long, I know what these people want to hear.
Captain Jones.
Yar.
I don't necessarily want the captain's quarters. I am only inquiring because I just honestly don't know if you need quarters or if you have anything that you brought with you.
I have no need for such a thing. My soul has been lashed by the winds of the river Styx for nigh on immortal time.
But do you want it?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Just give him a fucking room, bro.
Probably a broom closet somewhere.
I would say, give me a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because you are representative of the BMC.
How to do my job. I'm doing my best here. Damn it, one of those is a 19. The other one's a 7, though, so that is only a 16.
Oh, my. He still stops and goes, I do not be needing any quarters. I give no quarter and I ask for none.
Okay, well...
But, a room might be nice.
Okay, perfect. I will...
Nothing too fancy.
Nothing too fancy, of course. Of course. I understand you are incredibly tough. I can see that.
Aye. My bones have been lashed by the winds of Stygia itself.
Yeah, of the river Styx for hundreds of years. Yep.
Thousands of years sailing those dark waters across the outer plains.
Mm-hmm. Well, perfect. I think Cherish, like, has a clipboard with the like diagram of the kind of crew level. Well, that will do just fine. I will put you in this room, and kind of shows him on the map, tapping it.
There's like down in the crew deck, and there's one that's like, maybe it was a closet, but it could definitely be a room.
And do you have any personal items that will need to be transferred there?
There be me booty.
Where is that currently located?
It'd be located in the howling tunnels of... Well, have you ever been to Pandemonium?
I don't believe so.
'Tis a dire place indeed.
Cherish looking over the deck railing. Yes, Tirza?
No, no, this is out of character. Just because this is something that Cherish might know about, Pandemonium doesn't exist anymore.
Right, that is one of the ones that doesn't exist anymore. I can't say that I've made it there, before it's, stopped existing.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
What were that last words you said?
Pandemonium, Arcadia, Mechanus, obviously, Limbo, Isgard, I think is the other one. They're just gone. I think the Feywild, there's like a little bit of it left, but it's also rapidly dwindling.
And like the skeleton sort of like leans back a little bit until his arms are fully extended on the helm, and like he doesn't have an expression because it's just the skull with those like blue lights in the eyes, but they kind of get real beady and are just staring into the middle distance.
Oh,
and
no.
He gets real quiet, which is normal for a skeleton.
Oh no. Oh, Captain Jones. Oh, I'm so sorry.
He doesn't respond. His arms just locked at the wheel. He's steering perfectly fine. Perfectly fine, staring into the middle distance.
Well, I'll make sure your room has a nameplate on it. I'll let you get back to it.
Jaw just kind of slowly falls open, no muscle holding it shut. Cool. So, that was your first social check with Captain Jones.
Oh my god.
I had put a D on that spreadsheet. I'm just going to go ahead and change that right now to an F.
Yeah.
For friends.
For friend.
For friends. Cherish will journal about this later.
All right. And you had said you also wanted to do a couple of Roilcraft checks. Did you want to pick piloting, repair, or gunnery?
Well, I wanted to pick piloting. So actually, this is so good, actually, that I think that Cherish is legitimately interested in piloting the Roilcraft, learning how to pilot it. But also, I think that she's maybe wants to help try and cheer him up a little bit, and so is showing interest in something that he likes. Mm-hmm. So gives him a little bit of space, and then is
cool.
Yeah.
Give me, let's see, you wanted to do this, use 2 downtime actions for Roilcraft training?
Yes.
So give me 2 consecutive, let's see, this is piloting, so this would be wisdom checks.
Oh, okay. Just straight wisdom?
Straight wisdom. You're not trained.
You are so right, bestie. This is a bad first day.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That is, a botch.
Oh, cool. All right. Roll again.
Okay. That'll be a 12.
Okay. So, the first day you kind of impress yourself on Captain Jones looking for some kind of insight into this, and he has not moved at all in that entire turn and is just staring still straight forward. And as soon as you approach, his eye lights don't flicker. He has, like, there are micro adjustments in his steering as he, like, navigates around the coastal waters, quote unquote, of the city of Brass, but he really hasn't shifted an inch in the last turn. And so, like, that natural one is just like, you try and there's nothing from this
Just
guy.
fucking nothing.
On the third turn, he's back to his gregarious pirate self, and he seems to have, like, hard reset on some level.
Okay.
And you get a single success in your Royal Craft piloting training as he begins to show you the ropes. So you've got one success in Royal Craft piloting. You need 5 total successes to become proficient in that thing.
Gotcha.
All right. I think that is Cherish. That will bring us to Grawl.
Sweet. So I was planning on socializing with Judah a little bit, and wanted to make him a meal, right?
Okay.
I'm curious, what are our foodstuffs like? Because I think that might determine what I do here.
Thank you for
there is a
asking, 'cause
galley.
That was also my question.
Yeah, there is a galley on the ship. It seems that as though this ship has been stocked for supplies for a long journey, but what the BMC considers supplies is maybe not good. It's a lot of just like what you need to survive and stuff that you don't need to survive, but like certain outsiders might need to survive.
Okay.
So like there are enough like weird creatures on this ship that there are like caches of like powdered rhinestone in alcohol tinctures and like literal soul coins to if you need to devour a soul here or there. There are like a lot of like hardtack rations, but there is also like potable water.
Okay.
But like this, whoever like made up the at least initial provisions for this voyage, doesn't seem to have really cared about good home cooking.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I think for my first 5 then, can I, in order to get a message back to my, to Gralhalla, does Gralso return to, Gralhalla when he's not being summoned as an echo?
He would, yes.
Perfect. Okay. In order for me to like pass on orders to all of the other Gralsos, or not the other Gralsos, the Gralternates that are inhabiting Gralhalla, I will summon my echo, tell Gralso that everyone should start, like harvesting food, right? Because I would like to, set up a garden in my bastion.
Okay. He has no way of getting that food to you.
We'll figure it out. Food doesn't grow just automatically, right? Like, so there will be time, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I noticed that the foodstuffs here are not as satiating and as popcorn-like as I would like.
So on the slopes of Mount Celestia, in the like hollowed out, the Gralls have basically like taken over some abandoned halls that have been vacated by gods that have been slowly dissipating over the course of the history of the Roil. And so like there's this like kind of Grawl bachelor pad evolving out of the like abandoned homes of these gods on Mount Celestia.
Lots of open air. We've got a pool set up. It is a series of kegs that we've just kind of tied together.
Welcome to our Mojo Dojo Casa House.
So, okay. Yeah, the little bastion that's off in the heavens amongst the Grolls begins some work. Is that what you're spending your first 5 on?
Yeah.
Is, bastion turn?
Yeah, Bastion turn to do 5, I guess, days or turns of that in prep for something in the future.
Okay. The Grolls are... There's at least one Groll who is dressed in overalls and a straw hat.
Nothing else.
And has like a big scythe and nothing else.
Nothing else.
And it's just like, yep. Groll coming in right nice. Yeah.
Is one of the overall buckles undone? So just kind of like,
Of course, yeah.
The Grolls of Wrath, of course.
yeah.
The Grolls of Wrath. Yes,
The Grolls of Wrath.
Oh, shit.
American Groll, actually.
Yes.
It's 2 Grolls just standing next to each other. They don't look any different from each other.
Yeah, they're dressed exactly the
And
same.
it makes sense because that's closer to being siblings, like the original painting.
How similar do the Grolls look? Like Grolza, how much does Grolza look like Tirza, and how much does Grolza look like Groll?
I think the only thing that indicates... we established that the only thing that indicates that Grolza is any different from any of the other Grolls is that she is disgustingly short, by which I mean she is 5'10".
And the fact that she worships a conquering god that would enslave all of Hobgoblin kind.
Yeah. Damn, love that
Other
for you,
than those
bestie.
2 things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So Groll does a bastion turn. That brings us to Sid.
Okay. I am probably just going to be a bit of a social butterfly and just check in with people.
Okay. Who's people?
That's a great question. I feel like there should be a core threadless sort of just check in with everybody, just see what everybody was up to, just let everybody know what I was up to, just so that we don't get to the end of the campaign and have somebody be like, well, nobody asked. Yeah, just get that out of the way.
Just a general well-being and mental health check for
exactly.
all of us.
I know there's not really points to be made there, but it's important.
Yeah, but I guess I will ask, how candid are each of you with each other?
It depends what questions are asked.
And is Sid including Ven?
Well,
Valid question.
Because when you say threadless, that maybe excludes a player.
Does. If Ven
That's
were
fine.
to join, Sid wouldn't think about it, but also Sid wouldn't necessarily invite Ven because,
Then, without an invitation, Ven does not show up.
So possibly a vampire. Great. Good to know.
That is what that indicates, yes.
Yes.
Could be. A vampire. Yes, thank you.
I guess, is anyone withholding anything about their life in the Royal up to this point?
I just play them my one shot. That's exactly what happened.
How do you play it?
That one day.
That's the only thing that matters.
So yeah, I guess just to do a brief breakdown, we have like Cherish participating in the BMC sort of without really realizing that they didn't have to be there the whole time, and slowly getting more and more turned into a product of Bator.
Yeah,
we have
how open are you
going
about that,
on a
Elliot?
raucous adventure, like finding other Grolls across the Royal. We have Sid joining the Agents of Heroes and like living his best life as like a high adventurer. And we have Tirza kind of like trying to stitch pieces of the like multiverse together just by her points of connection, but kind of getting disillusioned about all the god stuff along the way.
Yeah.
While also reconnecting with a lot of people and learning a lot of, like, interesting tidbits about the people they thought they knew.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Hey. So during the check-in, some stuff happens.
So I think this might be need to be a scene then.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Oh my god, I forgot about the stuff
Good and cool, Olivia.
Hey, listen, it's in my notes.
All right. So I guess, like, within, like, the second or so day of you traveling, you've all settled in. You've got rooms aboard this ship. Each of you has rooms. I think a lot of the crew at large either, like, doesn't need a room, or like the 2 deckhands in Judah have, like, hammocks that get strung up in different places. And you know from experience, Judah, like, kind of prefers keeping it low-key and rustic.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of circular rotating beds of any sort?
One with a mirror over the top
God.
of it. Yeah.
No? Okay. No.
There's one in the shape. Is there a bed in the shape of City and Emberlight's head?
Now that's an
That's
idea.
just there and
No.
available.
No,
That's
everything
mostly-
aboard this ship, the furniture that exists is scant few to start with. If you want luxurious items, that's going to need to be something that you seek out and, like, acquire, because that is not what's been provided with you. You've got a straw mattress and a foot locker in each of your rooms. That's
Will
it.
not do. That simply will not do.
This place is so plush.
Roil, do you know what the meaning of plush is?
Yeah, made of straw, right?
Is it?
Do you? Who's to say?
Well, that's why I was asking. I didn't know.
Okay, well, I think it means made of straw.
Okay.
There you
There
are.
we go. We all learned something today.
From my brain to yours. Knowledge.
So this sort of, like, big check-in, I think, happens on the second day when, like, you're sharing a meal together in the mess hall. And the mess hall is, like, you've got a small galley and, like, a big long table that everyone can kind of sit at together. If your crew got maybe, like, twice as large as it is now, you'd maybe have to, like, start thinking about standing room and where other people are. But as of right now, everyone could sit at this big long table that's near the
And
galley.
I'm wrapping up a long story of thrilling heroics being surrounded by agents of Thorn and outsmarting them by riding a chandelier up to the ceiling or something. I don't know.
As you do.
I think that if you talk about your experience, Tirza does, like, if you mention, like, the saving Santa thing at all, Tirza will be like, oh my gosh, I know that guy.
yeah?
No, wait, were you involved in that whole, oh, that's super embarrassing. Like, one of the gods of death got just straight up murdered. It was
there.
like... Santa?
Santa was
Or the
definitely
god-
there. Santa was definitely there.
No, but there was a heroes
Yeah.
thing where, like, they let Anubis, one of the gods of death,
No, I
just
don't think
straight
anyone
up
else was
die.
there. I think it was
super.
just Santa Claus.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I've met him
I
too. Great guy.
Oh, you know
I
what?
remember reading about that.
Yeah.
And whatever ship Santa was on, the god of death Anubis was also on and did straight up
You know
die.
what it was?
They straight up got
I'm
murdered. I
just
heard about that.
remembering there was a double agent amongst our midst who murdered Anubis and then tried to kill Santa Claus via, like, an explosion. Crazy. Like, I'm honestly shocked he's still a part of the Heroes Guild, because that's...
He's
What's that?
so there was a double agent, and they're still part of
they're
Heroes.
deliberating. You know. You know
Wait,
bureaucracy.
wasn't that was years ago?
Was it?
At
I
this
don't think
point,
so. It was like a month ago.
no, it was like literally like it was like right
So
after
what
the
is time?
Valley
What is
Fest.
time?
No, that's fair. Okay, that's fair. Anyway, Santa. I saved Santa too.
Great.
We high five over saving Santa.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Anyways, good times. So, how's everybody else been?
Pretty good,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been
Hijinks.
Yeah.
Lots of road trips with the boys, you know.
Who are the boys?
The boys.
Oh, he'll meet the boys.
Oh, the boys.
The boys.
I've met a boy. Yeah.
At this point, y'all would have seen, like, well, you'd be aware of the other Grawl who's
Yeah.
already on this
Yeah.
boat,
And I think we talked about it.
who is not, in fact, a boy.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it. Gralso is one of the Gralls that I have met at the mug. Is that
Yes.
true? Okay. Okay. So
Yeah, Gralso is a Grawl who's extremely put together.
so yeah, Cherish and Sid are like, there's another Grawl, and I'm like, oh hey,
Wait, there's more.
Yeah.
that's my
There's
boy.
more than one of you?
Going to
There's a few.
Wow, that's crazy.
like Gralso wasn't a. Wait. No, never mind. I was like, did we meet Gralso? We did not.
we didn't.
I feel like in the last 2 days, you would have seen Gralso around.
Oh, that's
and there would have been
true.
at least one instance of you going, hey, Grawl, and Gralso turning and going, oh, hey, whoever you are.
Just insanely put together.
I'm
Damn.
just assuming I'm
crazy.
seeing Grawl every time.
One's
It's
in
like,
plate
whoa,
armor.
Grawl, did you go on a bend, like on a bender? You look terrible.
Oh no, it was so embarrassing. The first time that I met Gralso, I literally ran up to him and I gave him a hug, like threw myself fully into his arms, and he was like, "Who the fuck are you? I've never met you in my life," and dropped me immediately. It was so embarrassing.
I get it though.
Glad I got the same response, too, when you saw me. Mm-hmm. What was that?
You ran up and hugged me. Remember, I helped with the giant hug that
Fine, I'm
happened?
still waiting on that hug, though.
I jump into Gralso. Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
Crash over backwards.
Yeah, literally just like leap across the table. Like,
Yeah, put him to the ground.
Position.
Punch him in the face.
So you need to work something out.
No, we're wrestling.
Oh,
Judah is just smiling warmly at all this. So yeah, I guess my question still stands. Do any of you hold anything back?
nah.
not anything specific. I think the Tirza would explain that she, has been spent like the first few years at least like actively searching for everybody, but couldn't find anyone because of the way that the thread pulling works in the Roil. I think like we'll eventually explain that she kind of just ended up doing like taking odd jobs and kind of like witchering her way throughout the Roil, just like helping people do stuff, working with the Fae a lot, but I did find a few people. Kneas, first of all, is totally fine. He actually got out of that weird little like half demi plane that he got sucked into in Fair Aimseer. He said it was actually really easy.
That's good.
To get out
I
of.
thought that
And
guy died.
he's totally chill. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
thank God.
he's not. He's actually. I ran into him at what is now my favorite bar. I'll have to take you all. Yeah. So not dead.
Great.
Doing great. I also
I am struggling to remember if Judah ever met Kneas, and I don't think he did.
I don't think so either, yeah.
No, I don't think he did.
I don't know that they ever overlapped.
Weren't they both in?
Because Caneus came with you to Fair Aimseer.
Yeah, we met them in the Edge Masons in
right.
What the fuck was that place called? Eastwood, yeah.
Yeah.
But like once you got to Fair Aimseer, everyone kind of went their separate ways a little bit, or at least Caneus kind of fucked off.
I was going to say, I know at least Argadon and Etsuko, I think, were there while the other, with the other Threadless, but I think, Caneus had already been subsumed.
Go to the Riftkeeper Sanctum with y'all? I thought he did.
I don't remember. Yeah.
And that's where Judah was. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
But still, like, even if they met, it was like, that guy,
We've met Judah in Fair Aimseer. I thought we ran into him down when we got to the south. That is completely untrue. Right.
No. I love the idea of this conversation actually happening. It's like, did you meet Judah? Did you meet the Caneus? It's like, no, because we met you there, right? And then,
I know of Caneus. I don't think I've ever actually spoken to. Never had a one-on-one conversation with him.
I think we had that big pizza dinner, but I don't know if y'all ever talked.
Right.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway.
Was that the time that Sid was a werewolf?
Yes. That was.
You say werewolf,
yeah.
eyes are just a little big, and then looks away.
Oh, so we are holding some things back. Okay, good.
I actually don't remember that. I don't remember being a werewolf. That's weird.
Yeah, I choked you out until you...
No, I don't.
Yeah, okay. Your dad had to come save you from being a werewolf. Anyway, speaking of your dad and speaking of your parents, I was looking really, really hard for all of you, right? So I was trying to remember any connection, and your mom is also doing fine, Sidian.
What? What are you talking about?
So I said that I was trying to find you all. I was looking through every connection to any of you that I had, and one of those for you was Angela, and well, the way that my stuff works is if anybody is in the Roil, it works the way that any sort of teleportation in the Roil works, where it just kind of randomly spits you out somewhere else. But if you're not in the Roil, then it doesn't. It works still. And so she's all right.
Where is she? I know, Mike, I know she's in the Dreamlands. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Though it gets... I don't think Sid really has closure on this. Sid had a conversation with someone who appeared to be his mom in the Dreamlands. Sid also knows his mom died. When you had that conversation with her, she alluded to the fact that it's more complicated than that, and you didn't really get any more answers than that. It has something to do with Stormpiercer, though, who you lost when everything went kablooey.
Yeah.
None of you have had contact with any of your Forge-bound items since... Well, that's not entirely true. Tirza has. Tirza reconnected with Sadagar over the course of her time in the Roil. But Maz and Stormpiercer remain elusive.
So how did you do
right,
what
it's so it's just the thread pulling, like I did when we were all adventuring together.
Yeah. Okay. And you can just go there at any time?
Yes, but coming back
Right.
is the problem. And also, there's something wrong with the Dreamlands. There's something going on. So she doesn't like it when I'm there. I've really only popped in a couple of times because I figure if I didn't check in on her and we ever did end up running into each other and I said, I found out that your mom was in trouble and then I abandoned her to her fate, that you would be really mad at me.
Well, I mean, she's very capable.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, just to put a pin in that, I guess.
I guess to be further explored later. Thank you.
Yeah. I would just feel bad if I didn't say.
Yeah.
Which also, actually, Cherish knows a little bit about the outer plane hopping stuff. We ended up making contact really briefly through Valor, because I've done kind of the same with him, where I've just popped in to make sure that he's not dead, over the past couple of years. And then also, have any of you met echoes of people? I mean, besides Grawl, obviously you have a bunch of echoes. But over the past 5 years, have any of you met someone or something from the valley that wasn't really that someone anymore?
The first one that would pop into multiple of yo's heads is Pyroscale.
It's just
yeah.
That's why I asked, because I don't know that Pyroscale is in the City of Brass.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Pyroscale has some kind of brokerage firm in the City of Brass. I'm not sure if it's really that concrete of a business,
Ew.
but
first of all,
yeah,
so maybe it's a
not-
draconic thing.
he's not 100% the same. In fact, he might be worse, I think,
Is that possible?
if that's possible.
Oh, great! So
mean-
that will come up later, I'm sure.
he ate himself, so I think he's worse than he was.
Eh?
Wait,
Grawl
explain,
sort of
and then
explains what he saw in the arena.
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So okay,
Wait, hold on.
So maybe it is.
You are telling me that you were teamed up with a Grawl version of me, and you didn't pick that person to join you?
Why?
Well, it doesn't sound like he did a lot.
It
Sounds
sounds
like
like
he
he
kind
it sounds
of
like he kind of
coward.
got
Tribute.
confused
Much to the
about
end.
Oh,
the battle
It doesn't sound
tactics.
anything like me.
Yeah, it's exactly. It doesn't really even sound like
Yeah.
a girl version of you. It
Yeah,
just
it must have been somebody else. It's weird.
sounds like a kind of vainglorious
Yeah, that doesn't.
dick version of Grawl.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's probably what it was.
Huh, I wonder who
honestly,
that could have
if you think
been.
about it.
Yeah,
Probably scintillating
yeah,
Sam.
yeah. That's got to.
Yeah. But to that point, maybe it's just dragons that can have echoes, because I also went looking for Darren, and he's not Darren anymore. Or maybe he is, but just not.
What do you like? I mean, worse?
Oh, he's Terran.
No, I mean,
Garen.
worse. He's just a
Terran?
ancient silver dragon royal consort. He was actually very sweet. And Tirza will pull out her Iron Ranger sigil and kind of explain that I have like a pseudo... I can call in a favor of the Iron Rangers because I have this little sigil that Dessel Darren Dunn gave me. He didn't know you, though. Or you, to Sid.
So it's not the same person.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, but it's...
Yeah, it sounds
like an alternate. I mean, like, it sounds like...
So it's for...
It's
dragons
him, but
and
it's
Roil.
more... It's just more him. Yeah.
Huh.
I guess.
Okay.
Which also, again, just for... So everyone has the information. Literally what Mike sent me, Tirza will say this in a better way, was Bahamut is in a bit of a funk.
No, those are my precise words.
That's exactly what was sent to me. So,
Bit of a funk.
yeah.
Midlife
So
crisis.
there's something up with the draconic side of things as well. I have to imagine it's related to, what Darren told us about the collapse and how that all went down, but I just don't. And I didn't want to press because he seemed a little, well, I was just a random girl who popped in and so said, hey, yeah. So anyway, that's me.
Any other big revelations anyone wants to share?
Sure.
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I don't...
One thing I am curious about is, Cherish, do you tell us about your extracurricular
Judicial slaying.
Sua homicide? I don't know.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
No. Yeah, I think Cherish will say, I don't want to bring down the mood or anything, but it's been a little rough. I work in hell. So I do get into Bator every once in a while. I was able to see Valor a couple of times in person, also to make sure that he's not dead. It's taking its toll, is all I guess.
And you can't quit? Yeah. You can't find a new gig?
Well, I guess that's the thing, is I only recently found out that maybe that is possible. At least as soon as my contract is up. In terms of, although I will say I meant Valor. I mean, it has been taking a toll on me as well, but I spent some time trying to figure out how to break his contract as well, but it's complicated and I can't manage to get access to Archdevil contracts, so...
We'll figure it out. We got time now. And
we're
fine. Together.
I know.
Judah would nod at that.
Yeah, what's Judah been up to? What was Judah willing to tell us, speaking of?
Judah. I'll bang on the table.
Like a little trumpet sound.
Judah is very happy to hear about everyone else's stories, but unless anyone like directly asks him,
I'll directly ask.
Yeah.
okay.
You can read what I just asked in character. Like, hey, speaking of, what the fuck have you been up to?
Tell us what we're
Judah will do something you have never known him to do, and that is lie to you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
He will sort of like, when you actually like turn and talk to him, you catch him briefly touching the chains that are sort of wrapped around his forearms, and he quickly, like nonchalantly, but like very much like, oh, I'm just casually moving my hand away from the thing that I've been nervously touching this whole time.
Yeah.
And say, me? Oh, honestly, pretty similar to what you've been doing, Tirza, moving around, trying to help where I can. A lot of people are confused and angry about their situations out here, and I've just been trying to, help where I can.
Have you been... I mean, BMC obviously tagged you as a possibility for bosunage. Have you been on Roil crafts much, or?
I mean, it's the only way to get around a lot of the time, unless you're on a highfalutin airship or something. But most folk can't afford that sort of thing, so Roil craft it is, and you have to pay your way somehow, so you learn, do little odd jobs on the ship, and just help out where you can. It's definitely rough at first, because, I'm sure. And he, looks from Cherish, who, clearly doesn't know, looks to Grawl, whose situation is also weird, looks to Sid, who's clearly, ascended above a lot of the day-to-day struggles.
He probably is doing, some airship travel.
Yeah. And, Tirza, who has been, traipsing about the multiverse.
I've been on Roil Craft, but...
Right.
Yeah.
But, haven't really been super participating in, the daily struggles. None of you really have of, the people who've just been thrown into the Roil.
Yeah.
And he will say, it's been rough, since all the Valley folk arrived. A lot of people look at us like we're prey or a commodity or something to take advantage of, and the people who are out there just trying to reestablish some kind of life in this crazy mixed up world we find ourselves in. I mean, you've got little places. There's Underberg is a nice spot for mortals. There's Cielago down in next to the Faystorm Badlands. There's other places. Some of the Fey cities can be all right, depending on which one you go to. But little bits here and there. But yeah, for the most part, just been traveling around and trying to help. And I'm not even going to call for an insight roll.
Yeah.
You can tell that he's lying about this, or at least not telling the whole truth.
Yeah, I think Tirza picks up on that and will actually quickly move the conversation. I'm not gonna, unless anyone else wants to press, I'm not gonna press on this if he seems so this uncomfortable.
And he would even try to get the subject changed as has anyone heard or seen from Talila or Camion?
No. I mentioned the request form that I sent her just came back all completely black. I think Ven said that I would try to...
Yeah, and what's the deal with the Ven guy?
Well, they...
Person? Woman?
Oh, yeah, they were talking they were from the Valley? Is that right? Did I mishear
But
that?
like multiple valleys potentially.
Like they were
Yes,
a
that
journal,
noise.
and also a person at some point.
I mean,
A person at this
should
point.
we
Ven-
be
Ven is like-
including them?
Ben is like sitting right next to us as we're talking about them, like they're not here.
No,
I'm not.
Cole said, yeah, if they weren't invited,
I know.
they wouldn't. Yeah.
But I am
I just because Mike said this was like during a meal.
totally. But on day 2, I actively have the letter from Talila.
And I'm like, doing the research that you.
Asks to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we can cut to Ven's downtime then. That conversation kind of wrapping up. Y'all are briefed on what y'all been up to and getting kind of the lowdown on where you're at. It's clear that like some of you have been changed by your time in the Roil and elsewhere, and you've found places beyond the valley that molded you and like risen to certain occasions. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing depends on the person and what you rose to or fell from.
Can I just spend? So I'll that'll be like one of my,
Okay.
And then I think the rest of them I'm also going to check in with. I'll check in with Winky. I'll check in with.
Give me an animal handling roll for
Oh, really?
Winky.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to. Hold on. Oh, Jesus.
Give yourself bardic inspiration.
Yes. As well as.
I guess to put a bit of a soft limit on Bardic Inspiration, you can use Bardic Inspiration for somebody once every 5 downtime actions.
What about.
Oh, yeah, I was actually going to ask how that worked. Can people take my extra D4 rolls for these?
I'll say again, like, you can give it to somebody once per 5.
What about the enhance ability spell?
One roll per
We're
5
just
downtime
determined
actions.
to make this downtime as
No,
complicated as possible.
That's totally fair. I gotta put some soft limits on like expanding the timeout though.
Okay. Well, this is the one I do the worst at, so. Okay. What is my animal handling? Yeah. 21.
Okay. Winky, as always, is more than a little obsessed with where his next dire delight is coming from. He is also, like, clearly a little unsure as to why he's here. His lot in life has been pretty straightforward as, like, talking animal sidekick of a Saturday morning cartoon action squad. And now he's, like, the ship's hound, and he's a little bit, like, listless. Like, he's obviously, like, very snack-oriented, but now that there aren't, like, evildoers to thwart, he is a little bit just, like, you'll occasionally find him just, like, sitting down below decks, kind of, like, looking at an exterior wall at, like, nothing.
Okay, you guys, we have to find some
He
bad
needs-
guys to thwart for
he
him.
needs
He needs
engagement.
stimulation.
He needs enrichment.
Or simulation,
He's
yeah.
he's a high energy dog, and we're not providing for him.
Oh.
Somebody get him a
that-
Kong and freeze it.
With that high of a roll, like, you can determine that, like, yeah, you need to, like, commit to a half hour / hour a day of, like, playing fetch with him or, like, running him across the decks. Like, this dog needs to get run ragged, once a day, if not every other day.
Cecil Bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very Cecil coded.
Fetch? You play fetch?
Fetch.
Oh.
Fetch.
Oh,
Fetch. Oh.
You picked up an item. You have to throw it
Throw
now.
it. That's a roll. Okay.
This dog can talk.
I'll commit to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Winky's my sidekick, so I need Winky in top form when we eventually fight some evildoers.
Okay.
I'll do. I'll check in. God. I'll check in with Captain Jones. It's nice to know who's steering the ship. Maybe tell Captain Jones a bunch of bone puns. I don't know.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
God.
Give me a performance check with disadvantage.
Y'all are just bound and determined to make the captain not like any of us, are you?
No, like, what the fuck?
Wait, do you want to hear any of them?
I-
Wait, hold on.
Oh god, he has them written down.
Of course he does. Why are you surprised?
Hey, Captain Jones, why do skeletons remain calm under pressure? Because nothing gets under their skin.
And we throw Sid
Double
off
disadvantage.
the ship.
That is going to be... What would that be? 22.
Okay. You crack a few of these jokes, and Captain Jones is kind of like stalwartly like steering the ship. He doesn't engage with you as gregariously as he does Cherish. Again, that seems like maybe a little bit of an act he puts on for the devil in charge. So when you approach, he's just kind of like bone-faced skeleton man, does not react to joke. But like, what's the last joke you kind of end
Oh,
with?
great question. What do you call a lying skeleton? A fibula. Huh?
That's so bad.
Oh, wait.
Does he take
What do
pity on Sid?
skeletons
Is that
fly
what?
in? A skelicopter. Huh?
I'm sorry, we just
Does
met
this-
Sid again,
wait,
and
does
his
this-
brain is gone bad. We have to take him
Yeah,
out.
so
has brain
a lot of
worms.
TBI. It's- Also, does this imply that helicopters are canonically a thing in the Royal?
What type of art do skeletons create? A sculpture.
Okay, on that one.
Yeah, that's we got there.
So
My-
you tell all these jokes, and he's just absolutely straight-faced, no reaction whatsoever. And then you tell that one as like one last little rejoinder. And then you just kind of shrug and begin to walk away. And then his jaw sort of falls open, and this horrible rasping cackle that's just like... and you like turn, it's like a Pirates of the Caribbean ride, like
recording.
skeleton.
Yeah.
Show us your larboard side.
Sculpture.
Hey, that was a good one. All right. All right. Look at you.
So you got him to
Yes.
laugh. Anybody else?
Yeah, we'll check in with B&E, just see what's going on with those two.
Okay, give me an insight check.
Whoa. Oh, great. That's 8.
They like actively avoid you,
Yep, that tracks.
and you can
Yeah.
tell that they're avoiding you.
Wait, hold on. Insight is actually... I mean, I don't think it'll make a difference. It was, 10. But yeah, it sounds like...
No, yeah.
Just actively avoiding. Okay, so I spend time trying to get to know them and they're just avoiding me. That's fine. Let's talk to Paylor.
Okay, give me a religion check.
Even worse.
don't know what you expected.
Just to talk to everybody, just my natural wiles.
Yeah.
4? Does a 4 do it?
So like you walk in and say, "Sup, you son of a bitch." Paylor just
Why
like
don't you call my mother a bitch? I don't understand.
My mother was a kindly.
I was born of the sunrise. You're calling the sunrise a bitch.
But in a endearing way. Huh?
I hate that would 100% work on me. Right? But no.
So that's going well.
Yeah.
Yep. You make a grand first
Excellent.
impression on the resident
Excellent.
god.
Love it.
Cool.
Fantastic.
I think that just about covers it.
Yeah.
So, Ven, what are you doing for your first 5 downtime actions?
Number 1 is socialize with Maha.
Ah, yes. Maha has set herself up down in the, not on the crew deck, down on the, like, cargo deck in a corner, like, near engineering. But the cargo hold right now is basically empty. So she's kind of, like, just set up over there. She likes the big open space down here. And there's a kind of window near her position that is probably more like something you would poke a weapon out of, but she has it cracked to just like let fresh, well, not fresh, but like hot, fiery air kind of vent in. And she has set up her little divination board down here and the blanket that it's spread out on. You've seen her like wafting around the ship for the last day. She seems to be able to get around okay by herself. Yeah. Give me an insight check.
Insight check coming up. That is a 27.
Okay. She's perfectly pleasant to talk to. She, like, is commenting on the eccentricities of the crew. She is interested in the comings and goings of the Threadless and yourself. She is incredibly, like, curious about everyone here. And with that high of an insight check, you seem to be putting together that, like, she's trying to figure out how all the story fits together on this ship. She is analyzing this in a, like, narrative sort of way. She's trying to figure out how this all fits into, like, story archetypes and stuff. So she'll make passing comments of just, like, when she's talking about Sid, and she'll go like, "Ah, yes, the fool." And, like, she's making reference to, like, tarot card archetypes. And it happens every once in a while. She doesn't do it, like, to people's faces or anything. But as you talk to her, it's clear that she's just, like, she's trying to build a narrative out of what's going on in this ship in the only way she knows how.
Damn, she's gonna write a sequel to the play.
And I think that Ven very much appreciates her take on all of this, because as Ven is a complete newcomer to all of this as well.
And she'd be more than happy to explain any of these archetypes to Ven, and, like, explaining, like, major arcana and, like, the different meanings of these things if you ask questions about it.
Like any of those types of things, anything that she's interested in talking about.
Yeah. And perfectly pleasant. Very, doesn't seem to be, like, skulking around or anything. And anyone who approaches her and, like, she would offer to give them a reading, like, anytime.
Cool.
All right. What else are you doing?
Turn 2, I would go ask Cherish for Talilah's letter. so I can attempt to decipher it.
How are you trying to do that?
First off, do I get a hold of the letter?
I guess that's
Yeah.
Cherish.
Okay.
She hands you a black piece of vellum.
Yeah, Cherish will hand it to you and say, you're more than welcome to get what you can out of it. I haven't had a chance to look myself, but I'm still getting myself acquainted with the ship and everyone aboard, so...
I can't guarantee anything, but I will do my best. And Ven would make their way down to the crew deck and to one of the cabins that they have marked as theirs. It's probably one of the smaller ones, honestly. Like Ven was kind of eyeing the one that Captain Jones got, but
The possible closet?
Everybody fighting over the damn closet.
But Ven will walk in and reach into a coat pocket and take out a shard of stone, and will kind of set it in the air, and it just kind of stays there. And Ven will close their eyes and open them, and they are now in a homey room, about 40 feet across, circular. There's a wood fireplace, or a large stone fireplace to their left. There's a set of stairs that goes up across from them. There's a station where they make tea next to the fireplace, and they take the vellum over to a desk to their right and set it down and pull out, go around the desk and pull out a few books and set them down on the table. And they would set about doing some research on this piece of vellum. Ven can ritually cast the spells where the detect magic, identify, and comprehend language, and if needs be, could cast tongues on themselves, though I don't know that will do anything for a written piece of something.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Read me comprehend language real quick.
Yeah. Let me pull that one up.
Because it lets you understand written words that you're touching, right?
I believe so.
Does it get any more specific about how that information is conveyed?
So,
like, is it just that, like, if you're touching a piece of paper with a language that, like, you don't understand, you can then read what's on that piece of paper?
for the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any language that you hear or see signed. You also understand any written language that you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text. This spell doesn't decode symbols or secret messages.
Okay. Then yeah, none of those spells would do anything.
So nothing with detect magic?
This is not magical.
Okay. After going through those, then, since I am proficient with calligrapher's tools, I can decode messages.
Okay. Give me a calligrapher's tools check then. I'm going to say this is intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay. 21.
Okay. You eventually determine that there's nothing magical about this. There is, in fact, incredibly mundane about this, in that it is black because it has been written on so many times in black ink over and over and over again at different angles over and over and over again until it has just been endlessly covered in black on both sides.
Oh my god.
And like a close examination with like calligraphy tools and maybe using some like very light rubbing, and like you could like maybe start to part, because it's like this, it's the problem with all the magical like stuff you were trying to do is like it's just letters, they're just written on top of each other so many times that like there's nothing magical about it. It's just like you can't read black ink on a page. If your printer suddenly just like prints out a black sheet, like maybe there were words in the original document you tried to print, but it's like when it tries to print the same like lines over and over and over on top of each other. And this is just the whole page. You don't know what it would take to decipher what was written on this.
How
it would be like meticulously trying to like peel layers of ink off of it.
Yeah, about that. How precise could I get between using prestidigitation to remove layers of ink one at a time and mending? Is there a way between the combination of those two spells to slowly work away at this? If this is a thing that's going to take multiple times,
and days,
and all that.
If it's possible at all, it'll take multiple turns.
Okay.
This feels like there's another downtime activity called research that I think fits very nicely into this.
Wonderful. Okay, cool. So my third turn would be reconnecting with the Threadless to tell them what I've learned about Talilah's letter.
Which I'm sure you would all take that in stride of just like, oh, that sounds like a Talilah thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it didn't occur to me.
Go get her.
But I'm going to continue working on it.
Is there a way that even if the message can't be... I just don't know very much about magic. Is there a way that even if the message can't be deciphered, you could use it to track where she is somehow?
That is outside of my abilities.
Okay.
Potentially. We would need to be close, would be my guess. There are drastic measures that I could take, but I'm not sure that they would yield results. This, as I hold up the piece of vellum, there's no magic to it. It is forensic. So it will take time to attempt to make the messages clear. For my fourth turn, I would like to divine fortune.
Oh, okay. Yes, as I said, Maha is more than willing to divinate for some folks, and there are several divination options. We have facet, favor, foes, and fortune. You attempt to locate something valuable. I need you to make an investigation check. Your DC is equal to the total number of upgrades associated with your Roil craft. Now, unbeknownst to all of you, this Roil craft does in fact have several upgrades are pre-installed. So right now the DC is 10.
Cool. 30. 30.
30.
Okay. You are given a reading by Maha through her divination cards, and you are looking for like the nearest source of fortune that you can strike towards. You are given that like one turn to the west upon the Obsidian Plateau, she like foresees that there is she pulls up a card that is like a fortress or a castle. Like she predicts there's some stronghold that contains wealth that you can attain. Upon the Obsidian Plateau, one turn west of your position at the end of the 5th turn.
I did that on
It's
the
not
4th
necessarily even out of your way.
turn. I did that on the 4th turn.
I'm aware.
Okay.
But I'm saying I have your position marked on the map right now where you would end on the 5th turn.
Got it.
And it is on the southern tip of the Obsidian Plateau right
Understood. Thank you.
there. Outside of the City of Brass, outside of the rules and laws set forth by the BMC.
I would report those findings to Cherish.
That sounds interesting. Nothing. I guess. What would I know about a fortress on the Obsidian Plateau? I have to roll for it.
Yeah, you know that outside of the City of Brass, there's a lot of different powers that have sort of like claimed chunks of the Obsidian Plateau. There are 2 other big strongholds or cities located on the Obsidian Plateau, which is like the big landmass that the City of Brass is located on. There's the Glassworks, which is far to the west, and then there's Drogholt, which is like to the northwest. Both of which are like large cities controlled by different factions. In the middle, like where Ven is indicating, you don't know of anything. Like it's wilderness. And wilderness just means like it could be anything. The Roil is a wild place.
Yeah.
It is some possibility of a way to generate some income.
Yeah, because we don't actually like have a discretionary fund, do we? That was just sort of the boat.
You have the boat and the supplies that are on it right now.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, our supplies are minimum, which is all that can be expected at the BMC. We'll bring it up with the crew, and I will bring it up with Captain Jones as well. And if there's a consensus, then we'll go that way on our way.
Wonderful. While I have you, I was going to sit down and do some research for a while. There are 2 topics which I might look into, and I wanted some insight as to what you would prefer. I could begin to look more into the Deck of Many Things, or I could concentrate my efforts on Talilah's letter.
We have leads
Give me an insight
yeah.
check, Cherish.
Oh, that is a crit, baby.
Okay.
These devil eyes see right through you.
several things occur to you. One, you have leads on like the whereabouts of the victim, many things, but you have no leads on Talilah's whereabouts. So any indication about where she is might be helpful. There's one thing that like sort of gets in the way of both of those realizations. When Ven says research, there's no books or anything on this ship.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if you have some magical means of obtaining those pieces of information, I know we already discussed Talilah's note, but this ship is not equipped with research materials, as it were.
I'd like to do an insight check on Cherish to see if I feel that I can trust her.
No, she works for the devil.
Such a good question.
That's cocked. Oof. Oh boy. So I botched that.
No, she works for the devil.
Oh, damn it.
She is a pawn of Asmodeus, he who sits upon the crimson throne of Bator.
The great serpent himself.
Old hoof and horns.
He gave me a ship. No, you can't trust me.
There's a literal skeleton flying this thing.
I have my methods of research, and I will report back.
Very well.
Turn and leave.
Close the door. Like when Ven's back is turned, just like making a face at the like, okay. Close the door. A cigarette.
And I would forgo the fifth turn of stuff right now because that is the first of 5 turns of research.
Okay. That'll bring us to Tirza. Bringing up the Tirza.
As per usual. So firstly, just outside of like any actual downtime actions, I think Reed as Grawl also mentioned this, and so it can be in collaboration for sure. But I do think that Tirza like also does the same thing that Grawl does, where she sees that there's like just shitty rations and supplies and is like, well, I'm gonna fix that. And we'll kind of take over the galley again with Grawl if he wants. But I have herbs on my character sheet because I bought them.
Great. Love that.
Really important question, though.
Yes.
Do you have any sort of proficiency with
No.
chef's tools or okay?
I have. Hey, quick question. I was raised in a commune,
Weird apocalypse.
in a
cult?
weird
Yeah.
apocalypse commune where we're all like,
Yeah, point
and
of
I
order.
also
Tirza
did
made us food in season 1.
like throughout the entirety of season 1.
Yeah.
So that was kind of what I was. That was sort of, yes, the base that I was going on. Listen, I wanted to take the new chef feat, but you didn't let me have 1,000,000 feats this time for being a human, so I didn't get to take that.
So whose fault is it really?
So whose fault is it really? Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
going to blame
It's-
Jeremy Crawford, and there's nothing he can do because he quit Wizards of the Coast.
It's true.
Which means we can extra blame him.
Yeah. That's perfectly fine if it's not, again, it's not about being like fancy or professional. It's literally just about like making meals for a lot of people, not be terrible. And through that kind of,
I guess I'll just say your baseline ingredients suck right now.
yeah, for sure.
I'm working
For
on
sure.
it. I'll get you more. It'll just be
like-
a bit.
You can make a stew, but like throwing a protein bar in hot water is not a good stew make.
For sure. That's part of it. I also, Tirza, and I think Cole, you said Ven has this as well. I do also have create food and water. So if it's real bad, I will just straight up like, and I know that's not much better, but like,
yeah. If anything, this is about on par with what you like conjured wafers of food.
Yeah, cool. The point is that beyond like a specific social role, I would just like to kind of get a vibe check on everyone on the ship.
Okay.
And just introduce myself to everyone.
Yeah, give me just a broad insight check.
Cool. I'm really good at those.
Oh my god, here she goes.
Booyah! That is not a crit, but it is a 20 math 3.
Okay. Yeah, you get a general sense that this is a crew that has been put together by an ostensibly law-keeping organization, and while like some of those involved are people and things that Tirza would straight up call abominations, they are like here for annexatia.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, fiends will feel my blade. That's fair, but
had an eel for a head and end of sentence.
Yeah.
Also eats souls.
I mean, the eating souls part is really the part that Tirza cares about more, but yeah, you know.
Invades the dreams of the sleeping in the Roil.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Also, there's Captain Jones, who is literally a skeleton.
That's fine. I have no specific problems with necromancy.
Okay. Yeah, everyone else, but the vibe you get is that, like, these are people that are here to do a job. There has no really been any kind of, like, coming together or unification as a crew here. It's everyone's, like, trying not to get in each other's way is the vibe right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not like besides Annexatia, it doesn't seem like anybody else is, like, particularly like a BMC plant. Hard to say.
I mean, Cherish.
I mean, besides the one I know, which is Cherish.
But like, you run into that thing that Tirza has run into time and time again, where it's like, okay, there might be people here that will utilize evil methods to get what they want done, but what they want sort of aligns with what you and the rest of your group want, at least for right now.
Hey, I've made choices. It's fine.
Sure.
Yeah.
But, like, you have Gralza, who, like, you would encounter, like, actively worshipping an evil god.
I actually, hilariously, I do think that besides Annexatia, the one person that I immediately am like, bad vibes is Gralza.
You'd run into Paylor, who is this god who it's like, as you would have conversation with Paylor, the vibe with him would be like condescending.
Yeah, but I knew that when
he would ask like, what god do you worship? And when you go like kind of none, he would go like, oh, so you're not one of those real paladins then.
What the fuck?
Technically, paladins are not bound to any deity. Those are clerics.
Sure. 5th edition, kid. I've been around since 2nd edition. You don't need to tell me what for paladins.
Don't cite the deep magics to me, witch.
My god.
Oh no, Paylor has addition memory.
Yeah.
Kid. I've been kicking around since Greyhawk. Don't come talking to me about your oaths.
What an asshole.
Hey, Christopher Goshi. Fuck off. All right.
Hey,
peace.
Shoutouts to Chris.
Yeah. Cool. Hate that for me.
Maha would be perfectly friendly with you. Winky would be as well if you had snacks on you.
And I also, as soon as I find out that he's high energy, I'm like, I will run around the ship with this dog. Love that. I can actually utilize a social role for this. What is Maha's deal? What's going on with her?
Okay, you want to spend a turn like digging in on Maha?
Yeah. Oh, and in this NPC introducing just general social thing, that also includes Ven, since we actually don't know them at all. Sorry, Cole.
Okay.
Ven would be kind of off in the corner with a book, writing some stuff down.
No, we don't know each other. None of us know each other yet. Nobody's sitting in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Put my corner.
Okay, nerd.
Book away.
But yes, I will utilize an actual social role for kind of trying to figure out. Yeah, just that was the most surprising kind of arrival, was her and Ven, so.
Yeah. What form, like, is this you, like, prying into her, like, trying to find out information about her? Is this you just, like, being friendly and exchanging pleasantries?
Just being,
what shape does this take?
Just being friendly.
Okay. Give me... What would this be? Give me an investigation check.
Oh, great. I don't even have advantage on those anymore.
Oh, you don't.
Rough.
Oof. Oofa doof. It's a 9?
It's a 9.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what her deal is. Cool.
Okay. She is happy to talk with you, but like you come away with any discussion with her being definitely of the opinion that like nothing of importance was actually said.
Mm.
And like she's
and not in a like
breezy and cheerful.
Yeah.
But she's not like she's not trying to hide anything from you, but like she is the master of like cajoling small talk in that way that like people who deal in like fortune telling and like they can progress a conversation and like talk to you in a way that like you feel she used the conversation is happening.
She used the customer service voice on me. What the fuck?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Damn.
And like you don't really realize it until you're away from the conversation. You're just like, oh, nothing was said.
Okay. Interesting. I will make you my friend. Put a little star next to her name. All right. Yeah. I want to get to know people on this ship, so all of my roles are going to be social.
Okay, you've got 3 more.
A non-social role, just a thing that happens. Around day 2 or 3, just a horse shows up on the boat.
Like you do.
Yeah. It's a perfectly normal horse, except that it just randomly showed up on the boat, and sometimes appears in places that a horse shouldn't be.
So it's not a perfectly normal horse, then.
It's in the crow's nest at one point.
Tirza, like, can you get your horse out of the crow's nest?
Oh, my little baby Yuri. It's like, yeah.
Is this the newest incarnation of Carrie?
It's not, because it is not a celestial. But it is my steed, yeah.
Fascinating. So where once the like Starlight Infinite reindeer would fade into existence, this is just more of a horse?
Mm-hmm. Just as a regular horse.
Regular horse.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie's gonna be pissed.
Okay. No, Carrie's bebopping around. She's just, she's got stuff to do.
She's busy.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, occasionally, at least once. I'm gonna say, Sid, you stumble across, like, you're walking past the engineering deck near the second deck of the ship, and there's the cargo hold, and then at the rear of the ship there's engineering, and you walk past on your way down to the crew quarters, and you see, like, both of them turning as you walk past, a horse and this garden gnome. That, like, the garden gnome doesn't appear to turn, but it's just looking at you. The horse head actively turns. Like, the two of them were just talking, and then, like, they both are looking at you now. And they're both quiet, because one's a totally stationary garden gnome, and the other is a horse.
As you were, and then keep walking.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Yep. Shit. Okay, so 3 more. I'm gonna do Winky, B&E, and Judah as my last 3.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check for Winky.
Could I posit an athletics check instead to run around the ship with this dog? Can I wrestle with this dog?
Give me a wrestling check.
Okay. Love a good wrestle. Oh, okay. Whew, thought that was in 1 for a second. That is... Shit, forgot I didn't take proficiency in athletics this time. That is it's not terrible. That's a 12.
Okay. Winky plays too rough.
Yeah. I'm not as strong as I once was. Damn. I'm so out of practice wrestling.
And, like, Sid, there's a certain point where you see this might start going too far.
Get some of those.
This is totally white woman petting a moose.
Yeah.
Get some tire delights in there quick, you know.
Yeah. Like, there's a moment where, like, so Winky, as always, has, like, eyes going in, like, slightly different directions. It's this big, like, spiny purple hound thing. And its tongue lolling out. And it's wrestling around with Tirza on the deck. And you're, like, kind of watching from a distance. And then you see that moment where, like, the eyes turn just solid yellow.
Every pet owner recognizes.
Yeah, if you didn't,
they know when the pet's about to do something they shouldn't do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tirza is so Olivia coded because I've been bitten by so many dogs.
And yeah, there is a nasty bite that occurs.
Okay, cool.
And, like, Winky was still just playing, but playing bit through, like, chainmail.
I think the way that Tirza saves face with a little bit of this is, like, I lay on hands it, and it's like, he's a dog. I'm not gonna be mad at a dog for getting a little too excited.
And you see it, like, lick your blood off its chops.
Nice. Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a taste of human blood now.
Yeah.
Always did.
Aw.
All right. That just leaves Beanie and Judah. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Actually, I'm not going to use that die because I keep rolling kind of shitty on it. It's worse. That is a... Oh, my perception is better. That is a 15.
Okay. You can find B easy enough. This, like, patchwork young man whose, like, lower jaw's been replaced with, like, metal and steel, and one of his legs has been replaced, and one of his arms. He looks like a kid that had to get repaired with, like, Warforged parts, basically. And he doesn't talk because he has no, like, mouth to do so which. He communicates via a like simple sign language and like a lot of gesturing, and like there's clearly a more complicated sign language that he can speak to with his sister, but like none of the rest of you understand. And like finding him is easy enough. E is another matter entirely. She is really hard to pin down. And when you go looking for her, like there's multiple instances in which you like find B, but like she's conspicuously gone as soon as you roll up.
Like they're always together except when I try to catch them together and then she's gone. Okay.
And you'll see it like, and like there'll be moments where like you'll see the two of them having conversations with somebody else across the deck of the ship, but when you try to roll up, she will find some excuse to bail.
Okay. Put a little star next to your name. I will make you my friend.
And like, yeah, whatever interactions you have with B are always like cordial enough despite the language barrier.
Okay.
And like he can understand you just fine, but like making himself understood can be difficult at times, with, especially with E not around.
Okay. All right, interesting. Gonna work on my language proficiency.
Maybe. And last but not least, we have Judah. What does this hangout with Judah look like?
Okay. He doesn't want to talk about what's going on with him. Nobody
Or
really...
at least he didn't want to talk about it in front of everybody.
Fair. I think what this is... Because it seems like everyone is in that kind of same boat, where clearly there's stuff being left out of... I mean, Sid can't get a straight answer from Sid, because he's just like, everything was great, and I'm great, and it's like, okay, that's fake, obviously. Cherish has some stuff going on, and it's hard to get a read on Grawl on a good day. So,
Depends which one.
right, we're all... yeah, exactly. We're all in the same kind of boat. I mostly just want to make sure he's okay. Like,
Okay.
that if... And that he knows that... Right, it's been 5 years, but like... I'm here to talk, buddy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. There we go. That is a 26.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm good at charisma now. I actually took the paladin thing that paladins are supposed to be good at.
Oh wow. Shocking.
So Untears alike.
Yeah.
On the fifth turn, as you're like cruising through the like large fiery ocean, in the distance to the north, there's still this dark blotch of the Obsidian Plateau. You're sticking pretty close to the coastline here, and that seems to be on purpose, because striking out into deep Quatra can be like extremely dangerous, because you don't know what kind of like, especially where you currently are north of Monster Fight Island, like there's wild crap that can pop up around here.
Yeah. So true.
Big things that can eat whole royal craft.
One of them's got to be a Grawl.
There's just a really big Grawl out here.
Just wading around, baby.
It's just Grawl, but it's Monstro from Pinocchio.
Hungry.
Hey.
We call that one Tall Grawl.
You'd find Judah one of these times kind of like leaning on the rail of the top deck of the ship, sort of posted up near where it looks like there's probably room here to upgrade some kind of like, whether they be weapon emplacements or some kind of like, there is a battery here that can be adjusted to some function. You don't know precisely what for, but stuff is meant to be installed here. And he's just sort of hanging out in this dip in the ship's deck and leaning on the rail and looking over. And you see out in the like lapping tongues of fire, you'd think that just like floating a craft over fire, it would be like horrifyingly hot to like lean your head out over. But something about the Royal craft disperses heat, and you can see even below you, like as you look over the side of the ship, the mithril coating on the bottom is glowing with this bright blue light that is sort of like dissipating heat in these big furrows around the bottom of the ship. And Judah's sort of just entranced by all this as you approach. He is like giving you a nod as you come up, because of course he hears you approach. His perception is very high.
Monks.
And as you come up, you can see him kind of like give the chain on his arm a little nervous tug. But then like, well, my hand was just moving naturally in this way and setting it on the railing. Don't worry about it. It's fine. And he will say, it's sort of weird being on the road again with everybody. Like nothing's changed, but everything's changed, you know?
I do. I think it's why I was so aggressive with Cherish that first day. It feels weird to be swept up in all of us together again. And I don't think we're not those people anymore.
We're not those people anymore.
Yeah.
Lots changed, and we are sort of responsible for changing it in some ways.
Yes. A lot of ways.
You know, that whole thing with the Skane Witch sort of messed me up for a while.
She nods.
But it became... I saw a whole life ahead of me that she showed me, and then a death. How I died. And that just can't happen now.
Because everything's different. Yeah.
Everything's different. And I had sort of come to peace with a life well lived that was ahead of me, even if I didn't necessarily have any choice in the matter. But then we all ended up out in the Roil, and everything was different, and suddenly choice becomes this thing that some powers are trying to use as a weapon, and some powers are trying to harness, and
how much
I even had a choice to begin with.
Right. And do we have one now, being quote unquote just mortals? That sounds hard.
It got me thinking a lot about the Skane Witch and what she told us. And I know that there's some kind of thing in the BMC, like they're not some mystical oracle, but they still touch reality in ways that we can't, right? It's kind of the whole point. I don't know. I need to ask Cherish about this.
Presumably. That's what they tell people, at least.
Right. I'm just worried that she called us threadless in the valley, and that meant something there. Does it still mean something out here? I don't know.
They still exist, you know. But the threads, I mean, I can feel them sometimes. Like, yeah, they might be different or all mixed up in a way that makes them functionally, you know, useless, and maybe not. Probably not.
That's sort of the conclusion I came to as well. So, you do what everyone does, I guess. You tie yourself to new places, new people, new things.
Did you at least find...
That's what we all did.
Yeah, well... Yeah, the tying thing. Not so much. For me, at least. The nice thing about being out of the valley is that the nice thing about being in the Roil is that you don't have to tie yourself to anything if you don't want.
He's still sort of leaning forward over the railing, and he is looking very worriedly down at his arms that are still like bound in chains. And he has free range of motion. It's just like, it looks like there is a length of chain wrapped around each arm.
Hey, Mike, since you first described this, I gotta ask, how much of the vibe, how much of this is how reminded am I of Lucrezia with
I mean, that sounds like a personal question.
God damn it. Okay. That's sort of answered the question with the question. All right, cool.
I guess I'll say this much. Upon closer inspection, and with the role you got, like, you can get close enough to him and to, like, actually have this one-on-one heart-to-heart conversation, you would see that much like the chains that had bound Lucrezia, they are marked with, like, sigils along the length, each link. They're not written in the same language.
Script, right.
And, like, Lucrezia's had barbs that were, like, dug into her flesh, and these don't. They're just, like, tightly wrapped.
That's good.
But, like, you still don't know what all happened to Lucrezia and, like, what drove the transformation that you witnessed there at the end.
True.
Like,
that's all
there's
true.
only one person who can answer that question, and you don't know where he is anymore. Yeah. Last you saw, he was tied up on an island in the middle of a lake, and then the valley exploded.
Yeah.
Atticus Carter is in the wind.
Yeah, hopefully somewhere bad, but, like, who knows? Probably not, because he's a little sneak.
But yeah, I mean, if you think Tirza would be reminded of that, you're not off center.
Okay, cool and good. I guess I didn't. I hope that was. I hope that's the nice thing about the valley, right? That if you don't want to be tied to anything, you don't have to be. But I understand that's probably not as practical for some folks.
Especially when those ties are baked in. think Cherish knows something about that.
Probably. I mean, clearly.
And, like, you know a little bit about Judah's past and, like, where he comes from. And, like, his whole thing is he was from a monastery of, like, monks of monstrous descent that attempted to use their, like, inner focus and martial arts to, like, harness their cursed legacy.
Curse the B team for being so enigmatic.
But you don't have a lot of, like, what drives Judah other than him just being a good dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, he appreciates your hand of friendship. He opens up to you about, like, his concerns where this is happening in the Roil, but he doesn't get too much farther than that.
That's
I will say,
fine.
I think we are going to move Judah's connection to Tirza from a C to a B.
Wow.
Nice.
And of course, like Fire Emblem, these go from F to S rank. So if Judah's around, he can give you the help action on skill checks.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right. After 5 days, you learn that Ven has pointed you towards some treasure. Is there, I guess you would come together and discuss, like, hey, there's Darby treasure in these here waters.
Yeah, when Ven was in getting that fortune roll, was there anything else in that reading that indicated? Was it just like a beep 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 money's here, or was there any sort of indication on what? I don't super want to be pirates.
Maha indicated to me through a reading that there was some sort of structure, a stronghold, perhaps. The reading was non-specific beyond that.
And I guess the reading would also, like, have indicated fire, but, like, that was so broad in this particular instance as to be almost useless. It's like something involving a fortress and fire and the treasure being hidden within.
Gestures broadly to everything on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Who knows? It is entirely possible that we strike into this place, delve into its depths, and find that the only treasure it holds is the friends we made along the way.
Oh, can't be good. We already found those.
No, this particular mechanical device is pointing you towards cash money. So yeah, Maha would have revealed the coin reversed. In its face-up position, it means friendship and love. Face down, it just means straight dollar bill, yo.
Mad stacks.
Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot known about the non-City of Brass structures outside of the glass menagerie. That's a play.
The glassworks.
And
glass menagerie.
And the Droghold.
Well, we should at least take a look, right? You know, just...
I mean,
Throughout the last 5 years, I've usually found that, going and investigating the weird thing is, like, pretty much always the right move.
And if we get the treasure, then we can afford to upgrade, this very... this ship with a lot of potential. Huh?
utilitarian, I think.
Yes.
I was given to understand that we were making for a place where one of the cards is for auction. And
It's
would
true.
we need to purchase it there?
These are all valuable points.
Oh, was that the
I was
plan?
thinking we were just going to steal it, but
I was kind of in that realm as well, depending on the price
here's
point.
another.
There were a lot of
It's
factors.
$5. We're gonna steal it.
There were a lot of factors that are going to go into determining what the
Yeah,
plan
we
will
could
be.
keep this treasure and then steal the card and then just spend the money on whatever we want.
If we're on a ship and we're going to try and get treasure from someplace and then steal something from another place, are we pirates?
That is the sort of the privateers, technically, because we do have an official sponsor.
It's true.
I think. But yeah, let's put a pin in the stealing the card plan. But I do think we should check out this fortress.
All right. Let's
I'd like to.
I have no
snap something,
objections.
So yeah, sure.
Okay. You know that your destination is one turn west of you on the southern edge of the Obsidian Plateau. So this will interrupt your downtime. So you have one downtime action left if you want to use it, but if you had a longer term thing planned, that is going to be interrupted.
That's okay.
So turn 6 is going to be the break in downtime.
Yep. So, you will sail along the coast there. As you do, I need everyone to give me perception checks.
Yes. Finally, my dice to roll.
Oh, yeah, actually, Mike, that is a really good question because we're on session 2. How do you want our origin feats to work with the downtime into an actual mission?
Basically, whenever I am going to, break downtime, like I'm doing right now, you should probably roll up your origin feats.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will become necessary if I ever have to call for initiative suddenly, like if you're in downtime and then suddenly someone has to break out into a fight for some reason.
Right, yeah.
So, doesn't necessarily going to happen, but I don't put it past you hooligans.
It's true.
On turn 6, I align with the Forgotten. Sid, you and Ven share a connection today. We gain immunity to psychic damage, and once per short rest, we can each cast the Maze spell once without expending a spell slot.
Okay. Just throw someone in a maze.
Basically.
Just like you were in one of the trials.
Wait, but that's not the one that... That's not the one...
One of the Forgotten Trials.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a different valley.
Oh, shit.
That's
I'm sitting at a 44, which equates to expertise. Is this expertise or perception? Oh, shit. Yeah. That'll give me the stealth bonus. I can add my proficiency bonus twice to any roll made using that skill.
Damn.
Sure. Yeah.
nice.
Get expertise in stealth.
What did you roll?
44.
44.
These feats are going to be so much fun. I'm already so hyped.
Nico.
Suddenly, Grawl is very, very
Yeah, but I'm
sneaky.
wearing
he
half
go?
plate, which gives me disadvantage. So, I mean, it's good that I've got.
You're still very sneaky.
I'm so.
Yeah.
Watch this. I crouch and disappear, and then I stand back up, and then I reappear. It's amazing. I really don't know how. I'm doing it.
There's a sound that goes. Choo. All right. Cherish, you lose some spell slots.
I rolled a 1, so I only lose 1 spell slot, and I gain 2 hit die, so I'm at 16d8. I think that's
Bam,
my
not your food. Bam.
d6. Sorry.
Not your food.
Oh shit. That morning when you wake up, Cherish, you would hear a voice
Damn.
somewhere in your room. As soon as your eyes are like fully awake and like you're blinking the sleep out of your eyes, though, you'd look around. There's no one in your room. But like when you were waking up, you definitely heard a voice coming from inside your room.
Sorry, it's me.
I would cast See Invisibility.
There's nobody there.
Fuck. Is there spell slot gone?
But like, you were awake enough when this happened that like this wasn't some residual dream thing. This was like you're like blinking your eyes awake in the first thing in the morning, and like you swear you hear a voice inside your room. It's like indistinct and you can't tell what they were saying, but there's like, it's like you're hearing a voice from like just outside your door, but it's already inside your room. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's like indistinct and distant, but it's definitely coming from it's coming from inside the room.
And calling out does nothing.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
when you're finally like blink the sleep out of your eyes, wake up, look around, call out, no response.
Weird shit. Why is there always so much weird shit happening to me?
Tirza, were you able to connect with some people?
Oh man, I rolled so good. Everybody has a plus D4 to all ability rolls. Actually, I literally just had it here. It's, I think, attack rolls, skill checks, and saving throws.
Yeah.
Yep, it's basically like bless.
Yeah.
Plus resistance, yeah.
So that's all, or just like one?
Nope, all of them.
Whoa. Nice.
Yeah.
You are all affected by the wayward bond.
Who of the NPCs, Mike, do you think wakes up the earliest?
Who wakes up the earliest? Captain Jones does not sleep. He is eternal. His watch is never ending.
That's fair. But, like, who wakes up
besides-
there?
Probably Judah.
Okay. Then all of us plus Judah have that. Yeah, I think everyone is used to Tirza being, like, one of the first people from 5 years ago, obviously. But whereas, like, Tirza had intense, like, morning prayer rituals that she did, like, super, super early, she's still up really early in the morning, like, pretty much before anyone else wakes up. But she's just, like, chilling.
Ven is always awake in the morning when you come into the cafeteria.
Okay.
The mess hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mess.
Cafeteria implies
Better food.
I don't
At
know.
least slightly.
Just food.
lunch ladies.
We'll get there. The mess will eventually get upgraded into a
We
cafeteria.
get all this pirate treasure.
Yeah, we gotta get a lunch lady in here. We're not becoming
Now,
pirates.
if we're stealing from pirates,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
Because they stole it first.
As you approach the intended directions given to you by Maha, you find yourselves approaching these like sheer cliffs of black stone that rise up out of the fiery sea. This is the exterior of the city of the Obsidian Plateau. The city of Brass kind of like has worked its way down to the sea to create these like wharves and docks. The rest of the plateau, not so much. So there's this like sheer 150-foot cliff face that you're approaching. And you see scattered around the edges are like here and there, you'll see, even this far away from the city of Brass, bobbing in the currents of fire, an iron flask. Just bobbing in the fire, clanking up against the stone walls. And on the heights of this particular cliff, though, you look up and you see the battlements of some kind of castle.
Does it look abandoned? Like old?
It looks old as hell and abandoned as heck.
Is this where the perception checks come in?
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and we have a
so give me
D4
those
to
totals.
these.
Hells yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Because mine was not terrible, but could be better.
so that'd be
15.
Pyramids are so hard to grab. Grace, of course. 16.
19.
21. Oh, plus
26.
Right, plus that D4.
so that'd be 20,
23.
Oh, 25.
Nice.
Oh shit. Okay. Tirza, Grawl, Sid, even from the deck of the ship this far down, you're looking up at these castle walls, and yeah, it looks abandoned, it looks old. This looks like some kind of forgotten ruin just on the edge of this cliff here. Maybe once upon a time it stood as a rival to the city of Brass, but like that was who knows how long ago, when the city of Brass was just like an Ifrit stronghold in the Plane of Fire. Now this thing is just like an old decrepit ruin on the far edges of the territory.
Does it look stylistically like anything, or is it just kind of generic? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Well, it doesn't look stylistically similar to anything in the city of Brass, I should say.
Oh, okay.
Grawl,
Oh, shit.
you would like vaguely recognize the architecture here because some of this would be reminiscent of stuff you'd seen in the Bulwark of Bone.
Great.
This is giant architecture.
I would assume, like, also...
And that's stuff that has been, like, in the Bulwark was, like, stolen and conquered. But it stood nonetheless.
And I guess also scale-wise, too, right? It looks big from down here.
Yeah.
Once we get up close, it's going to be even bigger. It just looks...
Like an enormous.
Yeah. Due to distance.
Well, all right then.
And what the three of you also see very briefly on like the top of some battlements are several heads with like fiery looking hair poking up over the crenellations and then ducking down.
So
So
not
like
quite
this place might not be
abandoned.
as empty as it appears to be. No one else, like even the people, everyone who's up on deck is like looking up at this thing. It's only the three of you that are just like, oh, there's somebody up there. And again, this is like 150 feet up.
Well, we tried.
I can cast fly on 3 of us.
Is there any sort of docking area, or no? It's just sheer.
You don't think this place was meant to be approached by
For
ship
sure.
sailing on a fiery
Yeah.
sea?
yeah, that'd be fucked up if true.
What?
Does anyone have any way to message? We could. I mean, they obviously know we're here, so it's not like we're going to be surprising anyone.
What is the plan if there is in fact people here? Because then that is just piracy, right? That is just
Yeah, that's crime.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I just
of
assumed that we
course.
would go and investigate and see what the deal was. I wasn't thinking we were going to barge in and be like, your money is all ours now. It could be that they need some help with something. I mean, Maha's prediction was very
That's true.
vague.
Perhaps there is some coin to be made after all.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you could always make
So
a new
my
ally
question's...
too. So,
Yeah. My question stands. Is there any way that we can communicate with them from down here?
What are my spells?
I have no method of communicating with those people up there. No.
Those people.
How high? You said it was 150 feet? Yeah, no.
150 feet to like the top of the wall. Because like the cliff itself is maybe like 120-ish, and then another 30 feet up.
And the heads are poking up out of the actual fortress.
Just like between crenellations and looking down, yeah. And you didn't get a look at them, but you noticed like they were alight with like fiery light that stood out against the black stone.
I think the next time, if anyone else does it, I'm gonna wave. I'm very small down here.
Yeah, Tirza, you would see another like fiery light begin to poke itself up over the wall, and you like wave up at it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're waving as the huge fiery boulder is like pushed off of the top of the wall.
Hell yeah.
And comes hurtling down straight towards you all.
Okay.
I need everyone to give me dexterity saving throws.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, remember you have D4s to add to the...
Yeah, and are we close enough? Am I close enough to Tirza to get the aura bonus?
Oh,
I don't know,
yeah.
were you standing next to Tirza? She was waving up at this fiery ball that's coming hurtling down at you.
Probably.
Who stepped away from Tirza? She did this. Because you don't get a bonus anymore.
Because what's the range on your aura now?
It's 10 feet.
Gotta be real close.
All right. Yeah, you gotta be pretty dang close.
I think I was standing within 10 feet of Tirza.
Okay, sure. Good. You're at ground zero.
How much of a bonus do I get to the roll?
It's plus 5.
That's nice.
Plus 5.
Oh, actually, I'm...
Okay.
Let me just double check.
We're saying we're all within 10 feet of Tuesday?
Can we be? Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know how.
be?
Yeah, be 10 feet away
I
from
mean,
me.
not necessarily. Could be hanging out with Captain Jones.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
I've already rolled, so I feel like it wouldn't really be fair to then decide.
Same.
What is the bonus, Olivia?
It is plus 5.
Okay, cool.
I couldn't remember if you added anything else or if it's just charisma modifier.
I rolled a
Yeah,
19 then.
I actually think Cherish would have been above, like, near the helm. I can't move my token, though.
Nope.
Okay,
I have not switched over to that map yet. It has not been relevant.
never mind.
But I will now.
Oh, plus 4.
I am at an 18.
Nice. 21 for Sid. Excuse me, Sidian.
Dexterity saving throw. 14.
I'm looking for a 19.
Oh, cool.
That's not gonna do it then.
Fuck.
What do we got, Tirza?
25.
Nice.
25. Okay.
I'm a dex paladin now. Pew pew.
Cool.
Oh, no.
What's that for, Mike?
I'm going to use my because I got an 18, I'll use my Fortune of the Many. If I fail at ability check, you can draw upon whatever. I've got friends within me. I'll add plus 3 to that. making it a 21.
Okay. So who got under the 19?
Heyo.
Oof.
It's me. Yeah, boy.
Just Cherish,
hold
huh?
on.
All right.
Not to metagame, but what is your dexterity bonus?
+1.
Not to metagame.
not
Oh,
metagame.
please let me metagame.
I don't want to draw attention to it.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm assuming you're within 60 feet of me. I'm going to give you advantage on that roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Burn one of my plot points.
My D4 was a 4. Okay.
How wide is the ship where...
Nope, it's still 14. That was worse.
Well,
Cool.
I tried.
Bud. Yeah.
So,
Silvery barbs on the boulder. The
Boulder doesn't care.
The boulder.
The boulder is unmoved by your wayward words. Everyone who made the save will be taking 31 points of hot bludgeoning damage.
Mike, I have
Nice.
a question for you, real fast.
Yes?
Is there enough time between the boulder coming over the side for me to cast a one-action spell?
No.
Okay.
Unless it's a reaction, no.
Okay.
I guess.
No, this thing hits
shield.
terminal velocity real quick.
Let's see here. What do I got?
How much damage did you say?
31
For
points of
That's
hot bludgeoning
been,
damage.
that's already been
Which,
halved. Right.
that is halved.
I'll make sure.
Which, of course, means that Cherish is taking 62 points of hot bludgeoning damage.
I'm actually also taking 31 points because I have resistance to fire damage.
Didn't say
It's
it was
not.
fire
It's
damage.
bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
It's
just,
just
hot bludgeoning.
bludgeoning.
I am at a very nice number of hit points.
Nice.
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 Cole 1 D&D. Pack it up.
Do you have exactly 100 hit points?
Yes.
Or am I just really bad at math? Oh,
No,
that's
I have
awesome.
exactly 100 hit points.
I also have exactly 100 hit points.
Holy shit.
I'm much lower right now.
Then 100.
Yeah. That makes sense.
No,
As
then
the-
69.
Boulder crashes into the deck of your ship and explodes in hot shards of, like, this was not a solid thing that hit you. It was clearly designed to hit and explode into a bunch of little, like, meteoric chunks that went everywhere. And it does, with gusto. I need to roll to see who else on the deck of the ship is
38.
taking shards.
Yeah,
Because, like,
38
you know
HP.
Judah's up there, the captain's around, the two deckhands are around. Oh boy.
And skeletons do not like bludgeoning damage, do they?
Skeletons really don't like bludgeoning damage.
They hate it.
So, the captain who's like up behind you on the forecastle, there, you got to imagine, I don't have it on the map here, but there is like the wheel of the ship is like right here at the top of the steps, looking out over the prow, and, a good sized chunk of this thing goes wheeling up at him and literally hits him in the jaw, and his skull spins comically off of his head. And the rest of his body is still like at the helm, kind of like holding her steady, and like clearly this man is capable of being autonomous without his head, but his head is now shouting at his body like, "Pick me up, you old bag of bones! I'm down over here!" Judah nimbly dodges out of the way, and with evasion is able to just like matrix dodge.
Yeah.
One of the deckhands catches one of these chunks. E goes like careening off to the side, and she's like grabbing at her chest as like this big hot rock just like caught her in the ribs. B takes some damage too, but isn't hit as badly. Nobody else is up on top of the decks, thankfully. At that point, you all hear a screaming voice from the top of the cliffs. And it's speaking in a language. What language does anyone here speak Primordial?
Yo.
Okay, so the only person who understands what's being said is Ven.
I'll relate
And then-
as it's being said.
Okay, a voice in Ignan. So it's like you can understand it as a primordial speaker, but it's definitely like speaking in a elemental fire language accent.
Right.
Is saying, "Surrender your ship and die."
I don't think we're going to be doing
Surrender
that.
your ship and die is what they
I
just
think you
shouted.
mean or.
I know what I said.
Let's get the ship to a safe distance and then...
Yeah, Cherish is like already running. Well, I guess I said I was up on the near the helm. Has grabbed the captain's skull with mage hand and is placing it back on his head and shouting at him to Captain Jones, evasive maneuvers.
Aye, evasive maneuvers, mistress. And he's like spinning the wheel. And the ship is like chugging, and you can see that like the boulder hit did some damage. And like there's some like sparking coming from the radial engines off to the side of the ship. There is some hull damage just beneath you as you see like splinters and like little cracks formed in the hull where the boulder hit. Nothing's on fire because like the whole boulder wasn't on fire. It was just made of like hot magma rock and like volcanic earth. And you start to like steer away, and already you can see another of those giant like rocks being moved into position, and it's going to smash the rear of the ship before you're able to move out of the way.
Move into position and where to right under where it's going to smash, and as it's coming down, cast Wall of Force
Okay.
over the...
Anything anyone else is doing?
I'm yelling at Judah to get the deckhands below deck.
Okay. Grawl, Sid, Tirza.
Can I cast Eldritch Blast on this falling boulder to push it? What's the size of this thing? Is it large or bigger?
Huge.
Fuck. Can only push things that are large.
This it's bigger than that.
Okay, well, yeah, hitting it with an Eldritch Blast mechanically won't push it at all then.
How many Eldritch Blasts
3.
do you have? If you can hit it with all
Alright,
3.
sure. Alright. Do some attack then. First blast. Can't see.
I'm looking for a 17 on each of these.
First one, not even good. It's a 10, so it's
Okay.
well, we got that answered real quick. Like,
Well, bastard answered.
I am going to lay on hands Cherish for, I'll say 30.
Delicious.
Just to, keep you.
Hey, can you give me 31?
Oh, yeah, so that, okay,
Yeah,
of course.
nice.
Sorry.
wow, you were
How
you were in rough
I was-
shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty bad.
We're level 14, y'all.
Can
We're
we
playing for
move
keeps
to
now.
the-
Yeah,
in front of
another
the ship?
another hit like that, and I'd be back in Cania.
So yeah, I'm positioning the wall of force in such a way as to protect the rear of the rear portions of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, that works a treat. The boulder would come down and smash against the wall of force, exploding outward and like scattering down, but the ship would be saved from this massive blow. As you begin to steer away, you stare back up at the castle walls, and there you see like strange, misshapen, almost like lizard-like heads with like flaming frills and like fiery manes coming up out of the backs of their skulls, staring down at you over the crenellations, and they're like shouting at you as you retreat. You quickly lose track of their words, but there's definitely some like bleh, and like flipping you off as you're moving away.
What kind of role would it take to identify these creatures?
I would say either Arcana or Nature.
Arcana it is.
I'll make one of those myself.
Okay, how long does this last?
I was going to say, can I assist either Cherish or Ven?
I'm gonna take assistance.
Yeah.
Also, I'm telling that.
I'm just going to say, I'm pretty well traveled. I've seen some stuff.
Ooh, thank you for the assistance. Sure. That brings my total to 29.
Dirty 20 and a 29. Nice.
You would both instantly recognize these creatures once you get a decent look at them. They're salamanders.
Oh.
They're fire elementals, like of a sort, and these ones are jerks. They, based on what you know about like then like salamander hierarchy, they mostly move around in mercenary bands. Clearly, these ones have either like begun to pillage this place or have set up shop here. You don't know which, but based on like the arrogant way in which whoever shouted at you was just like, you need to die so we can steal your ship. Like, and that was the order of operations they needed you to participate in.
Yeah.
Okay, Sid, I do apologize for naysaying your what if they are pirates can we take from them.
I think it's time. Let's roll. Ven, you said you could make...
I can cast fly.
You can make some people fly, is that correct?
I can make three of us fly.
1, 2, 3, okay.
That's fine. I don't need assistance in that.
I don't think I do either. I just kind of take another look.
Cherish looks at Sid and looks at the
such
cliff.
a disconcerting thing to say.
Before we go, is there anything else that we need to take care of in the aftermath of that on the ship?
I will, I'm assuming there's also, like, those communication tubes up here.
Yeah, totally.
I will request a report from engineering.
Coming out of the tube, like bubbling up in this like gaseous cloud that resolves itself into an image, is a picture of a boat, a boulder hitting the top of it, the boat cracking in half, and then a Band-Aid gets put on the boat and it goes back together.
Excellent. How long do you think that's going to take?
And an image of an hourglass bubbles up out of the tube, and it appears to be counting down like an hour.
Excellent work, Otto. Thank you.
There's no further response.
Yeah.
Auto communicates through minor illusion.
Yeah.
Who, in these several turns that we've been on the ship, who typically bunks or stays could be found below the area of the ship that was impacted?
Nothing. Directly below this is the hold and engineering.
Okay.
The third deck down is the crew quarters.
Okay. Okay, so
Maha at best.
Okay.
I guess if Judah is returned from below, I guess just updating him on what we're doing, and I don't know if he wants to come.
Let's kick some ass.
There we go.
Well, that felt weird. Sorry, no. I'll be there to beat up people and help you all.
Yeah, you will, you big guy. Come on.
Okay.
That just, yeah.
And Mike, can I just... The spell dimension door. If I can see where it's going.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Any troubles there? I'm trying to remember. You talked about... Not yet?
Not yet.
I'm going to put my arm around Judah, and then I'm going to dimension door. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast Mirror Image on myself to make myself harder to hit. And then I'm going to put my arm around Judah and dimension door to the top of that battlement.
A crowd of Sids grab Judah and disappear.
Oh, that's what he meant. All right.
And I think it is there that we are going to call this episode. And next time, as a crowd of Sids and Judah reappear at the top of the battlements, and the rest of y'all try to play catch up, we'll pick things up next time. Because as always, you can find more material components in every show on the Punch Up Entertainment Network over on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/@punchupentertainment. While you're there, make sure to check out our exclusive one-shots and mini-campaigns like the fantasy renaissance adventure, The Shadow Kingdom. Give us a like, a comment, or a subscribe. It really helps out. And if you want even more ways of helping us do what we do, please consider going over to our Patreon page. That's patreon.com/punchupent. That's punchupent. Becoming a patron unlocks all sorts of older Punch-Up shows and gives you access to our Discord, where the Stalwart Adventurers and myself hang out online. Thank you all so much for listening. And as always, the world is chaos, so please, be kind to each other.